Hello everyone. This is my first time using YouTube to stream. I'm very excited. I've been streaming on Twitch. It has not been so good, and so today I am going to try something else. So what we're going to be working on today is I have a full stack web app that I'm trying to deploy. It's written in Python and React on the front end. And I have a lot of it deployed already. Hold on, I'm just trying to sign in here. Crap. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to disable this real quick so that I can go get a password. So today what we're going to be doing is trying to deploy the front end of it and get it to connect over HTTPS to the back end, which is the Python app. And so let me just get this, copy that, paste here. Business, great. And so I'm hoping that I can see my stream information on my phone. That's kind of what I'm going for here. We're going to re-enable this. It's going to be a great time here. I guess I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Okay, so we got some code. Let me see just real quick. How do I see it? Probably need some kind of nonsense, huh? Studio? I've never done this before, so I see. I need like find YouTube. Get all my information, huh? Oh. Cool. Alright. So anyway, here's what we're doing. We're trying to deploy it. You'll see here I have it deploying using this prototyping SDK. And so what I'm trying to do today is, okay, a lot of emails coming in from YouTube. I'm trying to get this certificate here. So I set up the certificate over here in this app stack, and I'm trying to use the certificate on my load balancer so that when the UI calls the API, it doesn't load it over HTTPS because it's complaining about that, and that's super annoying. So here we go. Now I'm here. I don't know if I can manage my live stream from anything. That's really annoying. I don't understand how any of this works. Anyway, doesn't matter. Here we are. Let's do it. So the problem I'm having is it doesn't like this keyword argument that I'm passing in over here on app. This is like the main stack where or the main file where you define all of your stacks. What's really cool about the CDK is that you can define multiple stacks and then deploy them with different variables. So you can do like dev and prod from the same file, or like pass it in as a variable or something, and then you can deploy the same exact stack with like different settings, which is really hard to do in Terraform, like ridiculously hard. Oh my god. That's funny. My friend is working on electricity in his house, and he was opening up the breaker and his power was flickering, and he thought it was his fault, but it looks like it's a problem in the neighborhood, which is hilarious. Anyway, so it's complaining about this keyword args thing, which I don't really understand, to be honest. I don't understand it because it's like this magical Python specific thing, and I'm relatively new to Python. I've only been working on it professionally with this project, but I love Python now, and I'm forever a Python person. So I'm trying to figure out why it's complaining about any of this. So in here we have this. So I don't know. The internet makes me think that. I guess I don't know what this is going to come in as. It's a dictionary, which means that this is going to be like a string key. So you know what? We're going to give that a try. Now, one of the downsides with the CDK is that it uses CloudFormation in the background. And CloudFormation is the slowest service known to man. Absolutely the slowest service known to man. And that means when you deploy these changes, it's like a snooze fest. And I mean, at least this time it aired out. I mean, sometimes it doesn't air out until it tries to actually apply the cloud formation, and then it's way too late. You've waited like 5 minutes for it to tell you that something's wrong. Unexpected keyword argument. Oh my god. I must be severely misunderstanding this because is this on a no, it's here. App line 18. Yeah. Unexpected keyword argument that I don't get it. That's exactly how this is supposed to work. Unexpected. So it must. I'm not really sure what to do here. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably just gonna bypass this for now. Maybe I don't know. To be honest. Hmm. Hold on 1 second. I'll do something YouTube probably doesn't approve of. Gotta feed the beast, Okay, so Plan B is no. I don't want to go to Plan B. I want to go to Plan A, which is to learn how to do this correctly. I don't know why I'm losing my mind, but Python CDK reference resource from another stack. I don't know if that's even a good. I've looked at this page and I don't understand it. It's gibberish to me. It's this stack makes a bucket. Okay, so how does it make the bucket? Because it doesn't seem do I attach it to self? That's what I tried to do over here. I tried to attach it to self, and that's that's how I got it out here. But now it's saying it doesn't like the keyword. This isn't Python. What the fuck is this? Java or something? I don't even know. And see this. What is this stack props builder that doesn't? I don't know why I upvoted that. That actually didn't help me at all. But is that a thing I should be using? What? Okay, let's try here. We have VPC stack. Blah blah blah. VPC. So I do need to send it as I must have stack props as a thing that I didn't know about. So let's. Really wish this was in Python. That would make my life a lot easier. But my understanding here is that I don't need this unless I want to type it. I don't really care about typing it. Now, I mean, it's Python. It's not typed anyway. What? Anywho, I'm guessing this is actually how it works. Okay. So maybe if I pass it in, what is it? Just another parameter. I see. So we're going to do this. We're going to undo that change. We're going to undo that change. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. What my understanding is this is what it wants. But this doesn't seem correct. Do I have to? But then, what is the keyword args? That's what I don't understand. Is like, my understanding is that this. It must be that the keyword args are actually defined because this is extending stack. So I bet if I, oh my god, I got so much bullshit open. Don't save. I don't need that over there. I wish it would automatically close it. That either. Okay, let's see what we got here. Got a little deep. Okay, this is probably all generated. Here we go. What is this? Okay, no. So I know the wildcard is a different thing. So what is Python's single wildcard? I see. The keyword args, because I'm accessing this, my assumption is that I have to use these things. Right, yeah. Single. Yes, sure. Blah, blah, blah. No. Yes, no, not as the argument. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god, guys, can we just be normal and use normal words, not variadic? Variadic. Variadic is. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes. Mhm. In the third case, you can see that there are three positional arguments. Third case of what? This one? None of those have. This is one that must pass like position. Okay, yes, that must be what it means by three. Third case. just, just pass stupid variable. Okay, so my understanding is that I don't even know. I was expecting it to. Like, do we have to name it? Maybe we don't. Maybe that's the equivalent of just having the args, and args is just something they add. It doesn't say anything about it down here, so maybe that means like you can pass anything. But then why does it complain about everything I pass in? So that's two positional, but there's actually three positionals. So there's the scope, but self. Oh my god, I hate this like super init override bullshit that's going on over here. So let's just ignore that because that's not the problem right now. It's still complaining about it. Yeah. There's only three. Because self must. I don't really understand what the fuck is happening. I don't know if I can swear on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck is happening here on line 33, to be entirely honest. I don't. This is like some kind of weird Python inheritance BS. So what I think I'm gonna do is Google again. What I'm gonna do. Let's just see what it's if it works. I never ran it. Chances are it's not going to though, so I'm not really holding my breath for that. Unexpected keyword because it's not. Because it's not keyworded. So it actually wants this. Positional, okay. Understood. I've never used mixed keyworded and not keyworded Python parameters. It seems, oh my God, Jesus. env isn't, wait, line 20. No, that is the one. Env isn't a positional argument. I don't even know. I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, I don't really understand how this can just like be a wild card. Just like, yeah, everything else is fine, but random wild card in the middle of a bunch of typed arguments, but it doesn't seem to know about this specific typed argument. And if I mean, like, I can't change this, or I'm guessing I shouldn't change this. Oh yeah, it's deep in Python. Okay, give me this disgusting Python thing. I want to see like if I must be missing something. I think it's just stack is what I want. God, you have to be like some level of expertise just to debug, just to find the information you're looking for in any Amazon documentation. Oh Christ. Where's inheriting from? Isn't that what I'm looking at? Oh, but this, yeah, right. Oh, maybe they have an example somewhere. Okay, here's an idea. Python CDK pass reference into stack. That's probably what is going to finally. Oh my God, it's all the same. Yeah, come on, Bobby Hads. Always because in fact I probably have that exact thing open somewhere else. But brother, do you have it in Python? Oh, okay, whatever. It's probably self then. So I just assigned to self. I don't really care about this, but maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to. I wish you would just tell me Python. They very specifically said Python. You know, I'm just gonna use Python. Oh, not with that little. Yes. Yes. Correct. I see. Okay. So that might be what I do is I just add it as its own thing. Just put that. Okay. Okay. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's just move these side by side. So I think what it's saying I should actually be doing is this route 53 stack. and then that's going to be a stack, and then I can do that. I'm just going to do that. And now, for the moment of piece de resistance, I gotta see if I can switch this to API stack. God, why is it sense so slow? Now see, it doesn't know about that, but that might be okay. That's just type hinting. Not being able to pick that up. So let's see. Hopefully I don't get the stupid positional arguments BS anymore. No. No, you didn't just need a string. You needed an I certificate. What got a string that didn't like it? Must be something else. No, deeper. It's a type card. String. Proper type of argument ID. Interesting. I must have pasted it wrong somewhere. Oh, yeah, gotcha. I'm still not really sure on these keyword args. That's not really sure what they do. I'm not really sure how to use them. Maybe it would make more sense if I got rid of all the CDK stuff that's making it more complicated. But yeah, I don't. I think it's because of the init is the reason that was so confusing. Certificate object has no. That's interesting. I passed it very specific. It seems to have the certificate. Like it almost like it wants me to pass that, but that's a stack. So that means that what's being passed in is actually the certificate. So maybe I'm misunderstanding this self thing. Self dot right. So maybe I just need to do. Let's see, that's so weird. It's like it's almost only passing back the certificate. But I would have expected the certificate to be like a sub. What happens if I do both of these? What is it? Shouldn't have a certificate object. It should have, I assume, a stack. But like, why can't I? Can I debug this? Like, I want to see what that resolves to. So possibly something wrong here. No, let's do this. If this fails, maybe I'll just change the type and just try passing the certificate since I know that works. Okay, well, oh, that was a new run. I see. Okay, did anything actually? Oh my god, did I get logged out? I'll die. Everything actually got deployed. Good. So that was actually about to work, which is very interesting because I'm certainly not passing. This shouldn't just be the certificate. I don't know why that's the thing that is. There's like a none. Did they set a return type? Is that what I'm missing? Is like a return type of the function? Networking stock. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have reference to an attribute of the class. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So like this should have. So confused. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. This actually needs to be a Route 53 stack. And that's what I'm passing in. And now it should know about API. That is really freaking cool if that works. Because that means you can do things like create almost like Terraform modules that have outputs, and you could abstract like entire best practice setups into single modules and only ask for the bare minimum to deploy the whole thing and allow people to override when they want. But in theory, that means you could like, and maybe this is something I'll do, is deploy, if you're a SaaS product, you can deploy into a customer's infrastructure with just an IAM, IAM credentials that could be limited. They could be, temporary sessions, have exactly the right. All they actually need permission to do is access CloudFormation. And the role that CloudFormation runs in could have all the access, but that means that us as the party deploying that through the CDK wouldn't need that access at all. All we would need is CloudFormation access. And then you could do like deploy the entire stack needed in the customer's account for them on their behalf and manage it on their behalf in their own Amazon accounts. And like you could do that with Terraform, but one thing Terraform doesn't excel at is managing multiple environments. Like you have to basically add the layer of Terraform workspaces to really get true environment variables and like being able to say like deploy this to dev, deploy this to stage, deploy this to prod. And that's a really fascinating use case. And you think about the implications for like a SaaS product like FireDrill, where a big part of the architecture is there's a very specific setup running in the target account. And like most tools solve this problem by deploying an agent, which is usually like a Docker image or some containerization running on an EC2 image or wherever they tell you to deploy it. And you have the ability. So FireDrill, for example, just deploys native resources, which means there's nothing running all the time. And because we use EventBridge, like not only is nothing running, it's like Lambda and EventBridge, but also there's no abstraction. There's no like black box, right? Like the code's all there, it's running in your infrastructure. You could change it if you wanted to. You could audit all of it. It's almost as if you deployed it. And with this tool, not only would that still work, but also if they like stopped paying and you stopped managing the software, they could keep running it, which I think is really cool. It's like imagine if you had like an observability platform, and in order to feed metrics from the target platform to the control plane, you have to expose like an HTTP port, right? Outbound traffic. You have to deploy an image to EC2. All these things. Typically, they give you the instructions to do it, or maybe if you're lucky, like a Terraform script or something, and you're supposed to manage that yourself. But with this, I mean, in theory, you wouldn't even need to manage it yourself. In theory, there could be a controlling AWS account on the observability platform side that just constantly makes sure that the infrastructure is in place and set up correctly and responding for you on your behalf. And you imagine that like scale, right? Like a lot of companies have multiple accounts. I mean, hundreds of Amazon or Google or Azure accounts. And imagine being able to like constantly check in on those and manage them and make sure they're up to date without relying on developers with access to actually do that. Since this isn't actually creating the resources directly and it's going through CloudFormation, you could basically like give them this Route 53 stack. Not give them, actually run it from some control account somewhere and just, every day make sure that the infrastructure's up to date. And like, man, that's like a really powerful thing. Like the tooling that you could build with something like that, I think is pretty neat. Anyway, I'm just ranting to the internet, so that's fun. Let's go in here. See what this error is. No, oh, that means I probably did the import. That's why you can't things. Okay. That's not exactly what I was expecting. This is what I was expecting. Okay. Interesting. Why? How did it know about that CDK dot? These classes being registered on the CDK. That's weird. Whatever. I don't care. So let's hope that this works, and then we'll be in business. Okay, no errors yet. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna have to go verify that DNS real effing fast, or the stack's gonna fail. Okay, I'm gonna let this deploy. I gotta head out. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back either later